Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Paris Reads, the Hypernova series, Mystery of Planet Creyenia. We are on part 11, I believe, which is pretty crazy. We've only got a few chapters left, so I'm going to power through these readings, and then hopefully we'll be able to start reading book 2 here pretty soon. But we are on the chapter titled, My Flying Instructor is a Chicken. So let's do this. Mere moments later, our teacher appears. Good afternoon, students. Wait, is she a chicken? Not quite. She has a velociraptor-type figure. The plumage and tufts lining her body look like greenery. Each different feather shades of mellowish orange, red, or yellow. She has 2 peach-colored tails flowing like ribbons as she walks. Her white eyes scan us, and a smile forms on her orange beak. My name is Fender Liashali Laurier. I will be instructing you this afternoon. She does a quick head count and nods in satisfaction. From now on, all flying instructions will be given in full flying gear. You have 20 minutes to change into full combat flying gear, but just this once, there will be qualified pilots to help you. So let's get moving. Laurier bolts past us and leads us to the crew room, where a number of pilots, including Ron, are milling around waiting our arrival. Yo, bro, he waves, and I can't help but chuckle. Talk about a coincidence. There are lockers all down one long wall in which hang pressure flying suits. On a shelf above them are our helmets. The sleek black and blue designs have the Altair sigil stamped on the back. These uniforms look pretty darn cool. When you get used to them, I expect you to get changed in 7 minutes, Laurier informs us. However, as this is your first time, you have 20. The old-timers will help you this time. When you're ready, you'll meet me in the simulator suite. Oh man, this will take me forever to figure out what goes where. Thankfully, Ron is here to help me, and I'm ready in a respectable 16 minutes, just ahead of Keywalk. When we finish with all the seals and tubes, we head to the simulator suite and arrive with 3 minutes to spare. Not bad at all, Laurier says. Good. Everyone's here. Now, we have 5 simulators, 20 students, and 2 hours, which means each student has 30 minutes to master the controls of these fighters. Not a long time, you may say, but they all have AI, and the manual and weapons controls aren't complex. She looks over the group of non-plus students, and her eyes alight on me. Bates, you take Simulator 1, and everyone, when you get seated, put on the helmets so that you can both hear me and speak to me. Shocked to be her first pick, I enter the simulator cubicle, which is surprisingly compact, and settle into the pilot's seat. In front of me is a control panel with a series of switches and colored buttons. There's a small joystick to my right-hand side. Good thing I'm not left-handed. But, glancing down, I see that there's a socket on the floor that would allow the joystick to be switched over. The wraparound windshield in front of me appears to be plain gray glass. I put on the flight helmet as instructed. When the other 4 students are in place, Laurier's voice comes over the headphones. In a moment, I'm going to initiate the visual display and we can start running through the controls you can see in front of you. Be ready and pay close attention. Later, you'll be able to access a holographic recording of your performance that'll allow you to fine-tune your responses. Righto, let's get to it. Immediately, the windshield becomes a 180-degree view of the launch bay, looking out into open space and twinkling stars. This is your view before launch. The blue switch over your head initiates the AI. You do that by flipping the switch and saying, prepare for launch. So do it. I do so and hear a rising whine as the Eon engines start up and come up to full power. System checks complete. All systems green. We are at launch ready, the AI reports me. I'm more than a little nervous about what's to follow, but I'm relying on my computer gaming experience to prevent me from looking like a total moron. Laurier demands, Did you all get a systems report? Answer by numbers. Number 1 is green, I say. One by one, the other 4 report, being launch ready. Good, Laurier says. Now, to the control panel. Starting at the left-hand side with the switches, flip the first switch. I do so, and immediately the windshield adds a vector and ranging overlay. You're going to use this to check the location and distance of your target. This will allow you to determine which weapon you select. If the target is at some distance, you're going to use the propulsion-seeking argon bomb. This weapon tracks the target by its propulsion signature, so that should the target change course, the weapon will continue to home in on it. The argon bombs are released by depressing the white button. Each ship carries 4 of these. Laurier continues her lecture with a sense of pride. These can be used while you're still under AI control, but for closer encounters, the AI will be switched off and you'll be relying on your own piloting skills and a different weapons array. We're going to talk more about that in the next session. For now, I just want you to launch and get the feel of the joystick and controlling your flight characteristics. To graduate from this class, you're going to be competing in a race to a number of designated targets and handling your craft, which is going to be critical. Good luck, and tell your AI to launch. Flying in the simulation is just like playing an arcade game, and the next 30 minutes flash by. I find that surprisingly quickly. I'm feeling comfortable with the joystick to control the craft. The session ends when the windshield turns gray again, with us all still in space, but feeling exhilarated by the whole experience. Our little losers club gathers together after our first session in the simulator, chatting about the experience. Suddenly, Nguyen holds up a paw, and the chatter stops. "Who's for Moonsap? My treat," she asks. Feeling in an altogether better frame of mind, we readily agree. Nguyen jumps into my arms, and we all head for the elevator. It'll be a much-needed break after all of today's crazy classes. Making our way to the lounge, Nguyen remains curled up in my arms. Maybe I can convince Mom to buy me a kitten for Christmas. I've never been a feline lover, but having Nguyen around, it's oddly comforting.
"You're gonna love the lounge. It has a beautiful view, comfy couches. It's a great place to study,"
Nguyen tells me excitedly. She gurrs again, her whiskers flick against my palm. "Here we are," Naki announces and leads the way into the lounge, which is dominated by a window overlooking the vastness of space. Overhanging chandeliers bathe the room with a mellow indigo hue. Turquoise couches with black leather trim wrap around the walls. Coffee tables made from a silver material glimmer and gleam. 5 asters are in the room, taking up the far left couch facing the right window. Other aliens occupy many of the other tables, and the room is alive with an excited buzz of chatter and alien laughter. Naki waves her way forward towards a set of stairs that I have not noticed until now. They lead to a lower level. We follow her down, and I find myself in an area that is comfortably set up, with oval-shaped, softly cushioned seats that allow a spectacular view of space through the large windows that form the exterior wall. The lighting is soft and the atmosphere quieter. I love it. "Best seats in the house," Naki says with pride. We all sit in a semicircle. Nguyen remains in my lap, and I instinctively gently scratch her head. She gurrs with pleasure, and her tail swishes back and forth. Naki taps her Jericho watch, typing in a message with a small holographic keypad.
"What you doing?"
Nguyen asks. "Telling Kisoi where we are. He should be done with his planetary studies by now." Her brother arrives a few moments later, with Ron in tow. Kisoi sits next to his sister, giving me a wave. "Nice to see you again, Finn." I aim to reply, but my boorish brother cuts me off. "Yo, dude." Ron plops down on my right side and puts his feet up onto the coffee table. "How are those flying classes going for ya?" he asks me. I look pointedly at his boots and glare, but he doesn't take the hint. I would say not bad, but Socrates got mad at me for being late. My brother waves his hand dismissively. "Hey, don't worry about that forearm jerk. You can skip his class all you like." Naki shakes her head in disagreement. No offense, Ron. That might have worked for you when you were an Aster Bronze, but the same won't apply for Finn. No way he'll pass with Socrates hating him." Pfft, Ron shrugs. "That spider's a total jerk." Ron turns to me. "Don't listen to anything he says. You got Ulmu on your side." Admittedly, I'm opposed to the idea of breaking the rules just because the Godsonian likes me, but trust me, bro. Listen to Fender Welcome. He's the only sane teacher around here. Kisoi chimes softly. I suppose, but surely that's up to Finn. I'll be alright, I chuckle. Apart from him, classes went well. Aver Visen's my favorite, although, and the simulation session was terrific. Nguyen yawns.
"Visen's weird, but he yells at Kiwok, so that's good."
Her large blue eyes narrow, and she catapults from my lap, nudging Ron's boot with her claws. "What do you want?" Ron exclaims.
"Listen, Mr. Aver Bronze, first class. Show some manners. Get your feet off of the table."
Ron shrugs, removing his dirty boots from the previously clean tabletop. He adopts a seductive tone. "How can I say no to somebody as cute and fuzzy as you?" Nguyen sticks her tongue out playfully.
"Keep the compliments coming, mister."
I need to cut in before the bantering gets out of hand. Hey, Ron, where have you been anyway? My brother turns to me, crossing his legs, specks of dirt falling onto the floor. I take classes too, you know. Advanced combat, advanced tactics, and strategy. Plus planet studies. Ulmu's making me. He said, "Sorry, Ron, you won't graduate Aver Gold if you don't learn your planets." Kisoy laughs. It's kinda true, though. You can't pass if you're napping in class all the time. Ron raises a finger, as if he's about to argue Kisoy's point. Then he shrugs, slumping into his chair. Alright, so what do you study, Kisoy? Mainly FSKA. Kisoy sees my puzzled look. Sorry, Finn. That's foreign species knowledge and application. I guess I'm kind of a bookworm. Every team's gotta have one, Ron grins. Kisoy's eyes sparkle with gratitude, and a massive smile forms on his face. Moving on, we chat about how we arrived on Altair. We're from the planet Travanir, Kisoy tells me. Many of our people are training at the Othinda outpost. So what about you, Finn? I'm nothing special. Kisoy tilts his head, eyes darting questioningly towards Ron, who shrugs. Our parents live back on Earth. Small town, Bayside Heights. It's real cute. Ron smiles as memories form in his mind. Oh, that's right. Ron doesn't know about Mom and Dad's divorce. My neck and back stiffen at the realization. Thankfully, my older brother's too busy reminiscing to notice my discomfort. Dad travels and Mom's a waitress. I'm aiming to see him again real soon. Ron looks at me, his large brown eyes filled with hope. I blink, forcing a small smile to form on my lips. Kisoy and Not Ki glance at one another, then back at us. Kisoy affectionately comments, Ron, if the majority of humans are like you, I'm sure you'll prove that Earth deserves to be a known planet. He turns to me. And you too, Finn. Pretty short chapter, mostly just introducing the spaceship and getting you used to the characters, a little bit of character building there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. As always, I've got book 1 and book 2 available down below in the description, $1.99 for Kindle copies right now. And I've also got merch links below. I got my website up, so there's a whole bunch of really cool stuff for you to check out. And you know the whole gist of it. Like, comment, subscribe. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting my dreams. It means the world to me. Mwah. Lots of love. Bye.